One thing that the Disney parks are known for are their parades, and some of them really stand out as my favorites. I love parades, whether they're in town for holidays or at theme parks. I have a blast with them. And one thing that the Disney parks are especially known for is their incredible parades. Sadly, the last few years they've kind of gone away from this in a number of parks, and a lot of the parades I'm going to mention don't exist anymore, which is really, really sad. But I've loved their parades. I've seen probably about 15 of them, something like that. And these 8 stand out as my favorites that I really enjoy. And there's a few here that I've kind of combined into one to make it a little bit easier, but also to give you a little bit of a glimpse of what the Disney parades can be if you've never seen one. Number 8, the Jingle Jungle Parade at Animal Kingdom. Yes, Animal Kingdom used to have a parade. They had a daily parade that they did every year, and then at Christmas time it would change. So I'm kind of grouping both of those together here, but they were just incredibly fun parades. The floats and the things in it were really themed to the park. They had some really cool looking things that, man, they would have been just so much fun to drive as you're kind of hanging out in this deal. I don't even know how to describe a couple of these things. It felt like the jungle came to life in some ways, and then when you added the Christmas overlay on top of it, they were just a fun parade. It had a good music soundtrack, which you're going to find as I go through this is important for me, and just a lot of fun. The very first Disney World parade we ever saw was actually the daytime parade at Animal Kingdom, and then Christmas just made it even better. Number 7, the Stars and Motor Cars Parade at Hollywood Studios. I had a ball with this parade because it fit the theme of the park so well. The park used to be themed on the Hollywood that never was but always will be. It was classic Hollywood, behind the scenes, felt like a place that you would see movie stars, and the whole idea of this parade totally tied into this. It looked like a parade you would see in Hollywood, except instead of having the stars riding in these cars, you had the Disney characters. And you got to see some characters in the parade that you didn't get to see anyplace else. Like Hades was in it, for example. Or the Muppets were in this parade. You didn't see them at any other park. And just the whole Hollywood feel was just a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed it. It got replaced with a much more energetic poppy parade that it was a lot of fun, but it just didn't fit the park as well as the Stars and Motor Cars did. I miss that parade. And, well, now sadly Hollywood Studios also doesn't have any parades anymore. Number 6, Celebrate a Dream Come True. Okay, I'm going to admit right now I'm cheating on this one. This is basically a substitute for all of the daytime Disney parades. The ones I saw as a kid at Disneyland, which honestly were so long ago, I couldn't tell you which ones they were. I know it wasn't the ones in the giant snow globes. but I can remember seeing the parades as a kid, and I got to see several daytime parades at Walt Disney World. So they are kind of all mushed together as one here, but it just doesn't seem like it's Disney without a daytime parade. And right now, there's not a parade at all. In fact, when we went on our trip to Disneyland last October, this was actually probably our one real complaint about the whole trip. There's no daytime parade at Disneyland. Why not? What's wrong with it? It really just felt like it was missing something. I love sitting on Main Street or Frontierland or near Small World, depending upon which park you're at, and watching the daytime parade. It just is so Disney. And if you're at one of the Magic Kingdom parks, it just doesn't feel the same if you don't have that. The daytime parades are a lot of fun, lots of characters, generally good music that's very memorable and sing-along, and just have a lot of fun with it. So yes, the daytime parade at Disneyland is probably what I should call this. Number 5. Spectro Magic. Spectro Magic also had another nickname for us, the Creepy Clown Parade. Just because of the white-faced clowns that were at the beginning. But really the parade itself was really cool. The music was rather forgettable. I couldn't tell you anything that the music did now. But the light displays It took the old Main Street Electric Light Parade and it modernized the floats. And they were just gorgeous. To have the lights not just be lit up, but also to change colors and schemes and to flow with the music, that was really, really cool. It's especially sad because it was the last night parade that Magic Kingdom has had. And unfortunately, it's never coming back because they ruined the floats. But it was such a fun parade. And again, kind of flowing in with the whole idea of a daytime parade at Disneyland, you need the night parade. A night parade somewhere helps make the park and close it out, and they haven't had one of those in years. But it was a fun parade. Number 4, Disney Stars on Parade at Disneyland Paris. This was an amazing parade. It basically has a lot of similar elements to the daytime parade at Magic Kingdom, but it also has its own twist on it. There's a lot of unique floats, and I have to be honest, it may have one of the best soundtrack songs for a daytime parade I've ever heard. Good enough, I had to go buy it on CD. Okay, the Baloo in me kicks in. It's like, man, dig that crazy beat. And I couldn't help. The music would start and you just start dancing. And it was so much fun. And I only saw it in 5 days. I saw it 3 times, maybe 4. It was just a great parade. Filmed it several times. Had a lot of fun watching this. Watched it with the people I was with a couple times. Or watched it by myself a couple times. Just an amazing, outstanding, fun parade to be able to go and watch. It was one of the highlights of my trip to Disneyland Paris. Number 3, the Christmas Parade. Disneyland and Magic Kingdom. I really have only gotten to see the Magic Kingdom version, but just so much fun. This was something I was really grateful that when I worked there, my main gates allowed me to take my kids on Christmas Eve, because somehow I got Christmas Eves off, but not Christmas Day. And we made it a habit while I was working there for me to take the kids and go see this. We saw it 3 years in a row. Just a fun parade. Of course, you've got the toy soldiers. I love the March of the Toy Soldiers. It's one of my favorite parts of any parade. The good music, the Christmas-themed floats, you've got so much fun happening. And to do it on Christmas Eve really, okay, this sounds cheesy, but it was just so Christmassy at the right time. It really became one of my favorite parts of Christmas time. Just a lot of fun. You can only see it normally if you go on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, or if you go to the Mickey's Christmas party. This year with COVID, no parade at all, again. But it was just a great parade that was just a lot of fun. It really was. Unique floats. The only time you'd see them was during this parade. Unique outfits on the characters, unique music, and it just screamed Christmas in all the best ways. Absolutely love that parade. Number 2, the Main Street Electric Parade. Yes, I know I mentioned this. Yes, I know I said Spectro did the lights better, but there is a strong nostalgia with this parade. It is the first Disney parade I remember seeing. Now, I know I saw daytime parades at Disneyland, but this parade stands out. The music just kicks in and gets stuck in your head. The intro of it, I can remember hearing that for the very first time as a kid at Disneyland, and then just being blown away by the lights, the floats, the spinning little bugs, and so much of it. I can remember even my dad trying to take pictures on his old 126 camera and being amazed when 1 or 2 of them actually came out. I wish I had those photos still. It was just an amazing parade that blew this kid's mind. It was the very first Disney parade my kids ever saw. Ever. The very first time we took them to Disneyland and California Adventure. We arrived, got checked into our hotel in the afternoon, and went to California Adventure where it was playing, and that was the first Disney parade they ever saw. And again, more memories. Just love this parade. So much tradition in it. They've lost a few floats over the years. It would be kind of neat to see it modernized. Not necessarily like Spectro was and replace it, but to take what they have and completely update it. Use the same music, maybe update the music, but keep the parade. This is such a classic for many of us that have grown up with Disney that it's going to be hard to top that. However, there is one that tops it. Number 1, the Boo to You Parade at Magic Kingdom. This has probably my favorite elements of all the parades. It's got an amazing, catchy song that you can't help but dance at. My wife tried to video me when she got to see it, and unfortunately it didn't come out. But I love the music. It's as catchy as the Disneyland Paris music is. It's that good. It's got characters you don't see in any other parade at any other time of the year. It has amazing floats with the pirates, with the hitchhiking ghosts, with the villains. It's got these outstanding floats you don't see any other time. You've got parade elements like the Gravedigger Drill Team and the Haunted Mansion Ballroom Dancers and the Villains Band. Just so many different things to like in here and have fun with, and it's just an outstanding parade from the very first moment to the very end of it. Easily one of my favorite parades. I loved getting the chance to watch it when I worked there. I loved getting the chance to work the party just so I could see the parade. I love getting to see it as a guest as well. Just easily my favorite parade. So what are your favorites? These are only the ones I have seen. I couldn't add any in that I haven't seen. So if you're going, well, what about... Well, the reason's probably not on the list is I haven't seen it yet. But have I missed one that you think should be on the list? Do you have a parade that stands out for you as your favorite? I would love to hear it. Please share it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look at the Disney parades, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check the description below as well. There's all sorts of information there about fan pages, how to contact me, equipment I use, as well as information about my Patreon and my supporters. My YouTube members and patrons are the ones that make a lot of the video footage you've seen possible, because they're the ones that help provide the funds for that to happen. I couldn't do this without them. They are huge supporters, and I love them to death. They also get some extra benefits, such as free previews, movie nights together, and a number of exclusives that they only get to see. If you'd like to know more about that, check the description. Thank you so incredibly much for watching, and God bless. Number 4. Oh gosh, where's my CD? And we made it a habit while we were working. No. Be sure to check those. Be sure to check the. Don't forget to check the description. Tons of information there about all sorts.